Hera.
FBI, you might want to stay out of this, all right, sir? Excuse me, sir. Ma'am, please, back off. All right, I need 8 double tall.
Serve it up.
Second brother wants to bump you up tonight.
Look at that. Yeah, you see, you got second brother.
One cookie.
How long can you keep doing that? How long might it take me to solo you out here? Keep going, baby. Look at that. Look at those pipes. Look at those 27-inch pythons. Because what you gonna do when second brother goes live on 6 Scale Raw on you? What you gonna do, baby?
I don't know what you're saying, Aries, but 27 inches, I don't know where that is.
See, for some reason, I'm seeing second brother like that.
And
I'm just reminded of this guy who was a former college football coach here local in Austin. He was on the radio until they recently switched their guy, so he got let go. But I remember him talking about a story when he was growing up, and I'm just picturing second brother right now going after brother cousins when they're younger. And he was talking about his younger brother, how he'd always put him in a sleeper hole and always be going, go to sleep, bitch, go to sleep. Literally,
yeah. I've been there a couple of times.
Right now,
Been there a couple of damn times.
He started the Swanton bomb before the Hardy Boys was even thought of.
Yeah, for real.
Man, you guys are making me have to fill up table 2 so damn freaking fast tonight.
You know that's breast milk.
that feels like 6 Scale and Hot Toys. What we're doing the last month, almost every other day.
I had such a busy day that I didn't get to put it on my channel, like, you know, little comment things you channel creators you put in there. Hey, I'm going live tonight. I didn't do that. I didn't put it on Instagram. I didn't put it on Facebook. I don't know. But listen, it's all good because let's introduce this panel because Lane makes it all better because he's got the black and gold on his head. They dispatched those Los Angeles Rams yesterday. What a great call in the fourth quarter. Pickett to Pickens. I'm just having a wonderful day.
The ones who were not having a good day, the ones who were not having a good day were the Lions, man. After Ravens just said hello, took their lunch money, and then then just dropped in Darth Vader in the 501st to just run over, rough shot like a tank over everything else that was left.
I mean, I guess the good news for Lions fans, and I happen to be one of them, is that game looked like everything that I'd seen for the last 50 years. So I'm used to seeing what I saw yesterday. I'm not used to seeing what I've seen for the first 6 weeks of the season. So,
well, I would go with the first 6 weeks. Brent, do you have any I don't know, worry because of yesterday, what happened? Or is it just a ghost in the machine? Is it just a glitch in the Matrix? Is it just a bad head sculpt? What is it?
I want to say it's a bad head sculpt. I think the hot toy arrived and one of the little pegs on the hand just broke off.
So less hair, more Cody.
Now you're just irritated and upset, and you got to get a hold of Sideshow, and they make you take pictures, and then they make you show video of you burning it because you can't have the one they're going to send you and the one that you currently have. And it just was a complete and utter unmitigated disaster from the very beginning of that game. I think it's a one-off. I think next week against the Raiders on Monday Night Football, 1 week from tonight, they're going to come back and win.
But you know what, Brent? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas. It does. It does.
Well, listen, Brent, how the heck are you? It's good to have you here.
I'm doing good. My wife canceled Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I supported the decision. And as a person who loves all the live Star Wars content, you're probably going to ask me why.
Yeah, actually, yes, because I know we were starting to talk about it backstage.
Yes.
And I want to get into it because what are you going to do about the Mando, baby? The Mando verse. I mean,
you can rent it for a month and it's cheaper. It's like $14. So, I mean, that's what you do, I guess. I mean, maybe I don't know what happens every week if they drop an episode every week. Maybe I got to wait 6 or 8 weeks and then I can get it and binge it out. But they raised their rates $100 a year, $189.99 for Disney Plus, and it was just like $79.99 or something like that. I mean, this is a telltale sign that company is in trouble. Okay.
Yes.
That is what it is. That company is, the stock is in the toilet. They've got inner turmoil. Their movies are not performing well. And what do? You come try to get that money back from us. Well, that sound you hear is a lot of other people who are doing the same thing. So,
unfortunately,
wow.
a lot of streamers.
There's a lot of people, and a lot of companies do that. They take it out on their loyal consumers. Well, fighting back, the loyal consumers are going to be like, okay, that's how you want to play it. Then we'll just either share accounts. They make you put your password in, but you can share the password. That's not a big thing. So they even share accounts.
Oh, don't speak too fast on that. Don't speak too fast on that.
Well, even if they do that, people will drop off, like what Brent is talking about. They'll either drop off, or they'll drop off and pick it back up if they see something that tickles their fancy. Or, I mean, that's not the way to
iTunes to pay for the season.
There you go.
Yeah, and hey, you can relate it to what we were talking about, the same thing, probably a few shows ago, where, Hot Toys, we were wondering about them after the pandemic, and we were seeing some of the prices like Cobb Band. That's been a famous example. I know Aries has talked about $300, and we were like, what exactly about this $300? And now we're seeing they may have been trying to do that a little bit, see what they could get away with. Now, they're still charging more for some figure, but I'm saying like on the average figure, we're not seeing that so much. Like Hera, $260, comparable what it comes with a good head sculpt. So they rolled it back a little bit, Now that doesn't mean, 2 years from now they may not be more expensive, but we see companies trying to poke at the consumers here for a lot of different things. I just saw Best Buy is getting rid of physical media at the end of the year for
I think that's
Blu-ray.
And I think that's gonna be a bad move for now. It's gonna be a bad move for now.
Man, I mean, keep going. Go ahead, second brother.
Myself, I'm kind of, an old school guy. I believe in physical media. I keep all my DVDs. I have so many DVDs to probably fill up this damn basement that I had to pretty much, move a lot of them in storage because I pretty much went the digital route. But I'm not going to ever get rid of them because I'm a firm believer. If something happens, it can happen. What if Disney server to have all that shit stocked up gets obliterated some kind of way, and all your data that you have is gone? So
they just start putting stuff back in the vault like they did back in the day. Some stuff you just won't see. Some stuff you just won't see anymore. Like WandaVision, they'll just that they haven't done it, but they could. They don't. Stuff doesn't have to stay. They did that, a lot back in the 90s, late 80s and early 90s, and they can start doing that again.
But I think the cheapest route we're talking about with Disney Plus is that I had Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. Those two alone, that's close to $250 easy.
Wow.
And I'm like, you know what? I got to bundle. You got to bundle these things. And the streaming pretty much has got to the point where people try to cut the cord to avoid cable, and that's why they moved to streaming. Now the streaming has gotten comparable to cable.
Yep.
So if you have cable, you pay that amount of money in streaming, you might as well go back to cable and then add on those accounts for free because you already had the subscription through cable.
Right.
So
it's crazy. I mean, and it's really interesting. And I want to go to all of you with this because Brent, while I'm introducing everybody here, you're actually canceled Disney Plus, and you are a Star Wars freakazoid. But first, let me welcome everybody here. You are watching 6 Scale Raw. No, we didn't play the intro yet. Yes, we will play the intro. No, I didn't give away one of the giveaways, which I'm going to give away week after week after week after week. We're going to do that during the show. All you really have to do is believe and make sure that you are tuned in and stay tuned in, because if you're not here when I do the raffle during the show, you're not going to win. A. B, if you didn't comment on last week's video, not this week, but last week's. I put the link in the video description right now. It's like, Aries, where the heck is it? Well, the one from last week is in the video description. Go there. Okay. Make sure that you comment on it. A. Make sure you're subscribed. B. And make sure you stay here. C. Okay. And then we'll do it. One of the giveaways. We're going to be doing this each and every week. But brother cousins, I'm going to shift around here because are you considering canceling Disney Plus because of this, like Brent, or how are you handling this? Or is this the way of things, or what is your take on this? Do you expect this to be just Disney, or is this something that's going to go maybe with more things?
I think it's going to be an upward trend. You're going to see a lot of these streaming services do this. Me personally, I'm going to be keeping mine because, like Second Brother was saying, I actually have mine bundled with Hulu and ESPN and all those together. So I was already paying like I think it was like $20 a month or something like that for it. And I watch Disney Plus a lot. I watch it with the little one. I watch The Simpsons. If I'm bored, I'll just throw on The Simpsons in the background and just I remember I started watching The Simpsons from episode 1 during the pandemic. I'm only at season 12.
Wow.
So, and I watch a lot of it. So that's when I'm like, I'm going to keep it. They kind of got me suckered. I'm a Disney sucker. So they kind of have me suckered in. But I can understand why people are, jumping ship right now because it's ridiculous what they're doing. Like
how much, Jay, did it raise in price?
I mean, personally, I don't know.
Brent, how much did it go up?
It went up $100 a year. So if you buy the annual subscription, it went from like $79.99 to $179.99.
Oh my God!
It went more than 100%.
Oh, without a doubt. And that's
I didn't know it shot up that much.
And it's supposed to launch or start after the 1st of 2024. So you still have a few months left at this rate, but starting next year, this is what it's going to be. And, people have decisions that they have to make. I mean,
you better bring Han Solo back in the next Mando for me to keep it at that point.
Well, here it is. This is shrinkflation at its best. That's ridiculous. That's like, that's too much. Because the thing of it is, they're having us pay this high price, and they already announced that they're going to be reducing the shows. So what the hell's up with that?
But then yet and still, people you get what you asked for. We used to start review bombing and start doing shit before things ever come out. You don't let a story evolve. All this trickles down, and they got to recoup their money some kind. You got to recoup that money some kind of way. And inflation, if you follow it, inflation has actually dropped, but the price is not going to reflect. I don't think they're going to ever reflect. So it was at 8%. Now it's down to 3.4. Last I was reading, it's down to 3.4. Fed come out and said that's still not enough, and the prices keep going up. And Hot Toys haven't quite gotten there yet, but I think they know that once you start getting past the start, I think Cobb Vanth was pretty much the one that was doing the tester on how this price was going to go, because they came out $300 off the break. And I told a little bro, I said, hey, these figures are coming out $300 off the break. I'm going to have to reevaluate stuff. Because when you start getting to the stuff like the Venoms, Artisans and all that stuff, now you're talking about $550, $600 for stuff. And, you can't, that's unsustainable. Like Teran said before, I'm into this 1/6 game because I stopped drag racing. And that's where the money from that went to that. So when you start getting to these crazy prices and stream service, and this is not Disney, this is everyone in the streaming game. The prices are going up. I'm pretty sure they're trying to be preemptive of whatever they agreed with the writer strike and the actor strike, of what they're going to have to give up. So they're trying to recruit that money quick. And then when you look at, they answer to shareholders, they answer to them. So those quarter numbers don't come in. that means those dividends that you wait for, they're not going to be as good as as they were before. So they have the answer to that too. So it's a whole lot of wheels with it. But then too, we got power consumers.
But
Can
we
you
also
imagine?
see this. We also see. I'm sorry, Ers, we also see
Okay.
this like in the parks too. Like this happens. Like park tickets go up, the prices shoot up every time they. I mean, especially like after the pandemic when they lost all that money for all those funds. When everybody was when everybody was all locked in. So the whole thing of it is, we definitely, when it comes down to it, my thing is, and second brother, you brought up a point about the whole thing about people review bombing and stuff like that. My thing is this: I think a lot of people are used to spending a certain amount of money with Disney. I mean, they just are. My thing is this: if you're going to up those prices, the quality of everything has to go up, because there was a dip in quality. I'm still going to say that there was, when the initial launch of Disney Plus, the shows that we were getting were more top tier. There was more money being spent on them. Look at the quality of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The opening sequence of that was just amazing. Then you look back you jump from that all the way to like Secret Invasion. Got some top tier actors in that, yeah, and those salaries have to be paid. But if you look at the overall quality of that show, we could have got much more than what we got. And we're not getting those big action sequences and stuff like that. So, we were promised pretty much featured films is TV shows. I think we got that for the most part, but they have took a dip in quality over the last 6 series that they have put out.
Little girl, will you think that's a dip in quality or is it fatigue?
I think it's a dip in quality. It's not fatigue. Honestly, I think it's a bit of both.
You got a thumbs up bubble. You got a thumbs up bubble that came up.
No, I didn't see that yet, brother.
No,
I'm gonna put that up. I told, and I think it was Uncarded Reviews. Thanks, guys. I've been kind of working on the sidelines during this conversation. My link to the video, so you can enter if you haven't commented yet, was incorrect. I did edit it, and so if you go to the video description now, that link is correct. However, I'll keep putting it in the chat here, baby. I think I just put it in. So just go to that link. If you didn't comment on last week's market show, that's the link to comment if you want to be eligible to win tonight. It's also updated in the video description. You can refresh it. It'll come up. It'll be there. But I'll keep putting it on here. And you also have to stay tuned in, and you have to be subbed. But go ahead. Go, baby. This is very, very fascinating because I wonder, Lane, we're talking about it's $79 or $80, like Brent was saying, and then it goes up $100. That's like more than 100%. Can you imagine a Hot Toys going from $275 or $285 to $600 for a single non-artisan figure?
Oh yeah, I'd be piecing out faster than you can say, hit 80 and let's go back to the future. Because we all have a tap out point, or maybe we have a tap. We might still like to do collectible stuff, but we're going to tap out. If it's $600 for a Hot Toy, you might say, you know what? There's like some of these statues are like $1,300, but like, you know what? I'll switch over and get like 1 or 2 of these a year or something like that, and sell some stuff and make space up where I won't buy as much or something. It'll cause you to go in other avenues or something, or second brother might go back into drag racing because it ends up being cheaper in the long term. But
at least with that, if I put the money out, I get it back. So.
Yeah. It's the problem is, like, in relation with the streaming services, it looks like they're raising prices now where we're eventually going to head to a contraction of these services to where it's going to. So the prices then will still be up. Oh, here, let's let you talk about OG Fan though, since that was a thing. As he said, get the lions out of my mouth. Apparently, it is definitely gut check time.
Is this the sticker, Lane and second brother you were talking about to put up on the screen?
Yeah, the lion get my lions out of your mouth.
No, somebody asked a question, and I started laughing while little bro was talking.
Yeah.
What do you mean by drag racing? No, not RuPaul. No, not RuPaul.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I was hoping that's what
right
you
now.
saw because I read that. Man, I don't need to imagine the second part of the that's not a mental image.
Well,
Hey, look, if the money's good, they'll pay for 6 figures. Shit, okay.
I've been reading.
I don't know though. I think if it comes to being a RuPaul-ish, I think the younger brother there, he has like kind of the the upper cheekbones and stuff like that seem a little smoother.
Leo,
so
what the hell are you talking?
Listen, this is what happens when you get drunk. When you get drunk on the Steelers, it's like wizard juice.
Well,
listen, I want to shout out. I want to shout out to the OG.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to the OG fan, guys. He's been a member here at my channel for 27 months. And he did say, Lane, get Lions out your mouth. Gut check time now. It's good to have it's always good to have OG fan. Listen, before we go off the rails too much, but that's what 6 Scale Raw does. Jay's second brother, Lane Brent, we do gotta fill OG fan up with the best show ever on Disney Plus, which Brent has canceled.
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor. Boba Fett. Do you have an appointment?
I don't know. Hey, Laura says Brother Cousins does have some luxury.
all it takes just for you guys, for us to get these guys started in this chat, and it's on. Oh my goodness!
Listen.
If we have a transcript of these chats, man.
Well,
I want to say hi to everybody, but there's too many doggone freaking comments now. It'll take us like 20 minutes. Keep posting in the comment section, baby. Listen, I'm putting this up because it's 6 Scale Raw. The big dog pound is here, and you're ready on a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Woo! We're still off key, but we did it. Listen, we have a lot to talk about here. Just some fun. Who knows what we'll talk about? Disney Plus, all this kind of good stuff. But listen, I need the intro. Where the heck is the intro? I'm too drunk on the coffee I spilled. I want to make sure I play the right one. Here we go. Let's go ahead and dive into all of this. Right now. And what you're going to do when the Dark Jedi gives away all these figures from me to you. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. Let's say hi to some of these people in here very, very, very quickly, putting these up onto the screen. We have got Mark Lee in the house. What table are you at, Mark? We have got Charlie the Unicorn with some notes as well. And good to have him in here today. And we've got the Wolf Toe, who says aliens, aliens, aliens in here for sure. We've got Boba Fettuccine, who's in the house. You know what, Brent? Boba Fettuccine, for whatever reason, he always gets me freaking very, very hungry. And actually, I think I'm going to have to send out for some damn pizza.
Ciao, boys.
That's some of the best pizza ever right there.
Absolutely.
Make the school pizza jealous.
And I think we've got we got so many in here today. I'm gonna put this up from the pop culture living room. You're 23 minutes in, and now the intro is being played. Look there, Costa. You gotta do 6 scale raw, right? Because some people are just gonna get. If I don't play the intro, I'll get comments like this.
Piece of junk out of the sky! All fighters!
Absolutely.
Over there. It's good to have everybody in here. We're going to do the giveaways a little bit later in the show. I'll keep flashing your comments up as we're able to keep talking over here for sure. Try to get everybody in. The Collector Joey says, brother Cousins, that he loves that intro.
Yes.
I love it too. And we've got like the 12-inch moose stream. I just like saying it. 12-inch moose stream, Costa busting balls. He approves it. Single songwriters. Oh, good. I was waiting to hear something from the songwriter because you have to wonder, songwriter. Is this what they call you and Lane?
They call him the Wizard.
Let's talk about Hera, guys. As we talk about Disney Plus, you talk about inflation, you talk about different things, but I think that this figure, as I pull it up, Brent, I'm going to let you, since you started it off talking about Disney Plus, what do you think about Hot Toys and this Hera announcement from the show on Disney Plus, the Ahsoka series? I think that this is one of the best head sculpts, and it's not artisan, baby. It doesn't have rooted hair. It's simply amazing as I try to pull it up.
No, when I first saw the head sculpt, I thought it was a picture taken of the actress. I mean, I thought it was directly taken, from the set. There have been other figures, obviously, that Hot Toys has created here in the last year or so that have had great head sculpts, but this one is just off the rails, unbelievable. And we knew it was coming. We saw, I think it was her leg or her thigh teased in the Chopper announcement a few weeks back. So we at least knew that it was coming in some form. They were at least going to tease it. Of course, we've seen figures teased in the last several years that never made it to pre-order, but I was pretty confident that this one was coming, and I think it's the beginning and the continued run here of many of these Ahsoka figures that we're going to see roll out. But yeah, that head sculpt and that face, it just looks amazing. The entire figure looks great. And again, I enjoyed that series, and it's going to be very difficult for me not to pick up any of the figures that Hot Toys is going to put out from Ahsoka. I liked it that much. So I'm very happy with that release.
Yeah, it's I'll be honest with you as I go to you, brother Cousins. When I saw this, I was a little bit taken aback, to be quite frank.
Yeah.
And what I mean by it is I was shocked at what I was looking at. Like literally, I mean, we're putting a lot of tension on rooted hair because of InArt and because of what Hot Toys has done to answer it with Artisan. But I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't really feel like we're talking about the main reason why we collect this stuff. She looks absolutely stunning. It is absolutely. I spilled so much coffee just looking at this. I'm all out. I just got the spotchka, baby, and this wizard juice because, I mean, this is not only on par with the Fennec Shand. It's not only on par, baby, with the Ming-Na Wen, that figure, the Costco Reeves, the Tamora Morrison, Boba Fett, all these figures that they're coming out with. I feel like it's almost like next level what I'm looking at. And I think that this has rolling eyes, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know, but
it does.
It does.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Jay. What company, when do we get to a point, can we get any better than this? Go.
Damn, the only thing that I can say, I mean, first I'm just going to gush on it. This figure is amazing. I am I can't wait to get this. This is like my new Fennec Shan. Like, honestly, like when I remember a couple years ago when we saw the sculpt of Fennec Shan, I was just like blown away and couldn't wait to get it in hand. And here we are again with Hera. This is just phenomenal. They captured her amazingly, and she's an alien, so that's another thing. Any Star Wars alien you can get, you buy that shit. So that's just great right there. But Brent hit it right there. He hit it on the head. When I saw it, I thought it was like a damn steal from the show. They really did a good job on this. Now, to answer your question, can it get any better? It could be better in a couple of ways.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
The embroidery jacket. Okay. You highlight that. They know damn well they should have had that be a leather jacket. It should have been reading. It should have read leather jacket with embroidered pieces on it or something like that. That should have been a leather jacket. For that,
I agree.
We should get that. We should, but they don't have to. They know that we were gonna be clamoring for it just because it's a Hera figure, and they captured the likeness so well to the actress, so they knew that we would eat it up. They know that. Once again, that's Star Wars and Disney kind of taking liberty with the stuff that we love. And they know that they know they can just play us with stuff like that. If it looks good enough, we'll buy it. But yeah, I just wish those goods were leather. I really do. If that was that would have been, this would have been the creme de la creme if they would have did that. But outside of that, damn, this looks good. And have I bought it? Yes, I'm definitely going to be getting this. And 260 ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. So.
Ain't bad at all. And I want to go to these comments here as I go to Lane. Good for Hell says, this is a big win here with this figure. Putting this up here. Laura says, Hera is just beautiful. Uncarded Reviews in the house says these Hot Toys head sculpts are going from strength to strength. You talk about second brother over there pumping the iron on 6-scale raw. Preston says Hera looking so good. I guess I got to put that up here in a little bit, but I don't know if anyone's at table 66, so maybe not. And Vader 45 in the house says Hera looks like we're looking right at the actress. Now we need that Han Bespin. Oh, baby. Songwriter, alive, looking. The Deputy, I hope all's well with you two here, brother. Mark Lee says, next level. Fettuccine says, Hera is fire. Wow. Charlie says, bangers. Big Dog Pound. Woo says the Ahsoka line is rounding up to be the best lines Hot Toys has done in recent years. 12-inch move stream. Indeed, Woo. Why am I putting all of these up? Striker says it's heating up the Ahsoka line. Yomo's agreeing with Brother Cousins. Just need better material. We'll continue to talk on that. But I keep going over and over this, Lane. It seems like a lot of consensus in here. People are feeling like myself, Brent, and Brother Cousins. I was struck by this, Lane. I'll be honest with you. I was taken aback, like in a good way. Like, damn, it looks so real. Are these getting next level now, Lane? Is this a new phase for the artists that these companies hire? Is this a new time?
It could be. I know that this person they've had has done the last couple. I think did the Sabine one too. Like they're really nailing the heads. I mean, right now, the last 3 or 4 years in multiple scales or anything. If you want actors' likenesses on figures, statues, whatever, like this is the time, man. You're getting dead on, staring at you in the face, the mini-me versions of these, movie characters or actresses playing the characters. I actually think this Hera might actually be better than that Sabine. But I mean, this is like one 1A kind of thing. Like this line so far, although my favorite's still Chopper.
Well, even Mike Licorice says Hera is fire, Lane.
Yeah. Chopper is still my favorite, but that's just because Chopper, I just wanted the Chopper in 6 scale. He's not obviously as much to have the work they have to do as these figures. I'm not really waiting to say maybe one of the best lines yet, because it depends to me how many figures we actually see in this line. Because we still, like I said, we've talked about some other things. It could be as few as they put Ahsoka out and that's it. And the 4 may be fabulous, like they may be 4 of the best figures of a line ever overall. But you're still going to have a hard time convincing me overall this line, when everything is finally out and we have everything, is like better than the Spider-Man No Way Home. Because I know that other than maybe the Doc Ock with the head sculpt, all of those, the head sculpts and just the uniqueness of all those figures, I think when you have all of those, I mean, still got Toby, like Spider-Man and some other stuff, but just all the figures already they put out with all the villains like that. I mean, as good as this is, you're not going to tell me that this is better than the Electro, Jamie Foxx. Like that head sculpt with him, like is on par with this, I think. Now, obviously, Alfred Molina, that's kind of the the redheaded stepchild one right now, perhaps even of the last 3 or 4 months, for just in general head sculpts we've gotten from Hot Toys. But like the No Way Home line, I think so far, maybe overall for expression, look, and everything, maybe the best. Now, there's still some figures to come.
Well, let me ask you this, Lane. Is this good or not good?
Oh, no, it's great. I'm going to be... I'm paid before I pre-order any more figures. I pre-order like 5.
But I mean, like, Lane, when you say it's good, do you say that? No, wait. So you say it's. So do you say it's very good? Kind of like in this tone by yourself when you're alone.
Is there any other way to say good?
So creepy.
I feel like if I pick this figure up, I would just look at it and go, good.
No, if you picked it up too much, you'd be worried that you and McGregor would be standing behind you, getting ready to punch you in his face. I mean, Obi-Wan beating you up might be a highlight for your life, but it's and I know that, the pleather was like the big thing. So, but at the end of the day, it may be because, as much as I don't like it, skimping out on maybe some of the material is why we're getting it for the $260 price point. So, there is give and take with that.
Yeah, but I mean, how many? But wait, how many, Lane? How many figures do we actually get leather with, though?
We don't get many. So I'm saying, I think if, like, let's say to get that leather, let's just say with the jacket, like we got the leather jacket, like the Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
If this was $270 or $272, something like same price as Sabine, or a couple bucks more, I know we would pay that. Now, if it was going to be, for whatever reason, that jacket would make it $290, I think we'd probably say, you know what, I'll deal with the pleather and do what I got to do, for $260 kind of thing, but I think for, especially with the costume and the just how they nailed the costume, I think it might be slightly better than Sabine for nailing the look of the character, but it's like really slight. But now I really want to, this one makes me want to see, and seeing how good in Sabine, this makes me really want to see how good the Ahsoka. That Ahsoka's got to be great.
See, here's the thing. I'm going to go to second brother with this. Good points, Lane. So second brother, I kind of agree with your brother, Jay, on the Sabine. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting the Sabine. I like the Sabine, but I actually agree with Jay, or at least Jay, your initial thoughts that she looked kind of cartoony. I'm just being honest. I understand she comes across real pale in the complexion, but it does kind of give me that. This kind of gives me a real feel, though. I feel like this is better in my view. I get what you're saying, Lane. I feel like this is better. But these prices of $260, and look at everything you're getting here, second brother. Mm-hmm. Separate rolling eyeballs, detailed embroidery design, even though it's on whatever the heck it is, pleather. All those sets of hands, these accessories, I gotta kind of applaud them, dude. I mean, I think that they could have put this for Cobb Vanth price.
Yeah,
and sold it. 260 is good.
Yeah, but okay, I'm just going to talk about the elephant in the room.
Bring it, baby.
All of us know that Twi'leks have a succubus type of vibe with them. we know that they're,
Mhm,
they're
mhm.
supposed to be there to entice and to elicit things that we should not be doing. So, that's why Jabba had a whole lot of them,
I
inside the
thought that was the
Mandalorian,
Zeltrons. I thought the
I
Zeltrons were the
think
ones
Pizza
who
the
had
Hut has them
Star
too.
Wars.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, then it's like, hey, can I wash your helmets for you? That type of thing. So, but when I saw this, and this is where competition, when you start seeing things start to heat up on the good side, it's good for us as consumers and collectors. So Hot Toys been throwing out bangers, and basically by them throwing out them bangers is throwing a 105 shell over to another destroyer and completely sinking it, i.e. NR. Like, look, we've been the OGs in this game. We know y'all the new kids on the block, but we could show you what we can do for less. And this is what we're seeing here. I mean, this could have been picture perfect. I thought Fennec Shand was like, wow, when I saw that. And then getting Ahsoka's figure in hand. And I'm like, damn, these things are getting better. And then waking up to see this, and like the rest of you guys, I thought it was a still. I said, no, this can't be. Let me get my glasses. And I got my glasses, like, whoa, like, damn. Even like going back to the artisan Anakin, you can actually see in the skin the open pores from sweating. You can actually see that in that figure.
It isn't. Yeah.
And I'm just sitting up there like, damn, as being consumers, being collectors, like we getting the benefit of this competition. And what's really exciting, when you actually meet the talent at the con and you bring one of the Hot Toys to show it to you.
Oh my God!
But they probably 80% is an 80% chance that they never seen it or never know it was going to be produced.
Exactly.
No, you're right. But second brother, talk to me about $260 because I'm going to be honest with
you.
you.
260. I mean, that's a good.
That's
price.
a good price with all this crap going on. Like Brent was talking about Disney Plus.
When you talk about inflation,
cheap.
and okay, let's not complain about price because the price has been pretty much stable thus far. Let's not jinx ourselves. But the pleather jacket, use of better materials for that. I still think all of us need to pretty much like, hey, put Hot Toys or other companies on point. Like, hey, if you have these figures and they degrade, at least teach us how to maintain them. At least do that.
Well, let me ask you this, Brent. I'm going to go to you, and you guys let me know in the comments below. Remember, you're watching 6 Scale Raw, baby. Let the Dark Jedi know what table you're at. Let anybody in the panel know here what table that you're at. Did you go ahead and click on the link in the video description so you can make sure that you're entered? Put in your comment from last week's market chart show. So when I do this giveaway this week, you could be eligible. Make sure you stay tuned in as well, because you got to be here when I draw it later. Also, make sure you're subbed. This is the first time you're watching also, because if you're not subbed, I'm not sending it to you, baby. It won't go in. But I mean, the price, how much, Brent, would you be willing to pay more than $260 if what we're all saying here, if this was leather, the materials were better? How much more are you, from your position, willing to pay for that type of amenities? Go.
I expected the price point of this figure to come out around 280-ish. That was just me. I obviously didn't know all of the accessories that were with it, but once you see all of the accessories, then you are getting a lot more than I think than what we're paying at the 260 price point. But I think if I mean, not only the leather jacket, but how about the leather thing on her head? I mean, isn't that supposed to be leather too? I mean, you probably should make that leather as well. So I would have paid another $20-$25 for this figure if they wanted to do, all leather with it, for sure. And I think this whole thing also spawns another conversation too. I mean, the fact that, we're getting rolling eyes a lot for just some of these random characters. I mean, you go back to when Rolling Eyes came out. When Rolling Eyes came out, I mean, it was for Luke Skywalker. It was for
that crazy figure, that real elite thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was for DX stuff. I mean, it was, those were only that was an amenity or something that came along with, a special type of a release like a DX or maybe a frontline A-list character. I mean, I'm not trying to disparage, Hera Syndulla here. I think she's outstanding and I loved her in Ahsoka, but the fact that they're giving us rolling eyes for this figure, I think should be a point of conversation that we have too, that, they're just giving this away now. I mean, it makes these figures so much better. It makes all of them more lifelike on our shelves when we can manipulate them and make them look and do different things like that. And I'm thrilled to be able to have that with this. And I hope a lot more of the figures like this come with the rolling eyes. I mean, it's fantastic.
No, good points. We got to introduce a wizard that just came in here, but Bowser says leather 300 to 330. Some are saying 280, 285, 300 for leather. You're getting some in here. Not willing to go much over the 260 that it's there. But look, in the house at the 6 scale cantina is my friend, the man, the legend, the 1/6 scale man. We're talking about 1/6 scale figures.
What's up, bro?
What's up, brother? How you doing today?
Man.
Some technical difficulties.
Did you get it? Did you freeze?
Uh-oh.
You there? You there?
Freeze, brother.
Okay, there we go.
There it is. There it is.
This mic, yeah, sometimes like the cord on this mic is just really, really loose. It's not really the best. So sometimes
Well, just blame Aries. He's been breaking everybody's internet and connections.
Yeah.
So listen,
man.
Leo,
What's
we're talking about how next level, I think anyway, and a lot of us think here. This Hera kind of blew me away. I saw it, and I did take a step back, brother. I took a step back, and I was like, "Holy crap! I can't believe how real it looks." And I'm just going to say it. There's no hair, there's no rooted hair, there's no artisan hair, wool rooted hair, anything. These head sculpts, I don't think we're talking about it a whole lot. But I'll be honest with you, it is so next level. And honestly, I don't know if this is better than the Fennec or better than the Casca or the Boba Fett. It is just so good, dude. And for $260, which is what we're talking about here with this price, you just heard Brent talking about rolling eyes function. I was asking everybody in the chat, how much more are you willing to pay for leather, which I think would be better, and some of these other things here that it doesn't come with? And you're kind of all over the place with some of these different prices. What do you think about all this, dude? Because it is a good question. I don't feel like Hot Toys that they have increased all that much, but I want to preface this by saying yet. But go, baby.
Well, I think one of the biggest thing is, bro, like when it comes to Star Wars, they're staying in a certain bracket when it comes to prices. I mean, they're sticking with, and which I'm completely fine with. And I think that a lot of that is contributed to the fact that the IP, when we talk about Marvel versus Star Wars, like Marvel, you have a lot of A-list actors, that they're pulling. It's not to say that they don't have caliber actors with Star Wars, but not on the level of what they're actually collecting when it comes to the MCU. So what you're paying for with Marvel is likeness. On top of that, them paying for the license to carry those likenesses. So because of that, they're trying to recalibrate. They're trying to basically re-up as far as money. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why we pay more with those particular figures. PERS is actually a dime a dozen now. You might as well say it. And when it comes to DX, the DX the way we know it, and we've said this for the longest time, is a thing of the past. It's not the same anymore. It's not the, but Am I upset about that? Nah, because all I care about is the figure at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Give me the figure. If it looks good, if the head sculpt is on point, if it's detailed, if you're giving us quality, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Purrs on this one is decent. Only thing that we mainly have to watch out for is the pleather of the jacket and the hat, of course. We understand that. We know that. But as far as comparison to like all the other figures that we've got with your Finnick, your Boba Fett, your Cosca Reeves, you know, any of those figures that we've actually gotten lately, I think everything sits in a class of its own. Like everything has its place, and they're all as a collective incredible pieces. It's an upward, you know, hill that they're actually, you know, traveling right now as far as quality. And I'm glad that we're getting that. I'm glad that they're taking, you know, they're making the effort, the conscious effort to give us quality. And again, like I said, I know like people, you know, hate hearing this. It's like we're beating a dead horse. But again, it's you know, a competition breeds innovation, you know what I mean, in quality. And that's what's happening. They're trying to keep up with the Joneses. They know that there's competition out there. They're giving us quality. And I'm all here for it. That Hera is incredible. It's honestly, it's one of the best head sculpts I've ever seen. I'm just completely honest. If you want, as far as realism, I don't think anything right now is beating that. That is real. It looks like her, like to a T. You know what I mean? To a T. No blemish, no nothing. It looks exactly like her, and I'm here for it. If they continue with that quality, and here's the thing is, like we always say it, everything looks good with the prototype. It looks good with the prototype until we get the production. Production is when we'll see whether or not there's a slight decline or if it even improves. That's what I'm with. You know what I mean? But as far as what I'm seeing right now, this piece is incredible. It's phenomenal. You know, I definitely ordered it. You know, I wanted to have it, you know, because again, it's just completing that line. Hopefully, pretty soon we'll get Ahsoka the White, because if you actually go to sideshows coming soon, they still have that banner up for figures. So that we know that there's more figures, and I think they're going to go deep in on this line. But hopefully we get, you know, that Ahsoka pretty soon. And that would be dope. But yeah, I think this is on point, man. It's definitely on point.
Well, Lale, it's good to have you in here. And listen, everybody, if you're in there, I know you're looking forward to the giveaway later in the show coming up. Make sure that you stay tuned in. Make sure you go to the video link within the video description here. If you didn't comment on that video from last week's market show, not this week's, make sure you do that. That's what you got to do to be eligible to enter for today.
Yeah.
You also got to stay tuned in for today and make sure you're subbed. You still got to comment on yesterday's market show, because I'm going to use that for next week's, because I'm going to be giving away stuff here week after week after week after week. Jay, I want to go to you because I want to bring this up. I want your comments not only on this Hera being what Lale said. I kind of agree with him. I'm kind of getting the feeling that this may be the best sculpt I've ever seen. And do you think, because we haven't even gotten the star of the show, and I'm going to pull this up on the screen. Let's talk about Rosario here.
Lord have mercy.
And this. You know what's interesting about this? You know, and I want to bring this up too. I know it's a whole boatload. What Lale said there, I agree with him on how stunning that Hera is right now. You got Ahsoka the White here. You know the Ahsoka, the DX Ahsoka that's been on waitlist. It's just, it's kind of funny. Hot Toys way in the market. It's not really, it's staying right at around the retail. It hasn't gone up because of the show. Are you surprised on that? I mean, a lot of times these figures, they take some time to go. But what do you think about this coming out? Are we going to get this?
Absolutely. I think we're absolutely going to get this. The reason why it's taken it so long, I think they're waiting. I think a lot of stuff kind of popped up. Once again, when it comes to these companies and schedules, stuff just goes up when it's ready. They know they had to get the Venom out. They had to get all the Spider-Man stuff out for last week. You know, some of this stuff they are contractually obligated to do. So this, and it's a lot trying to, jump around all these properties. They gave us Hera, they gave us Chopper, they gave us Sabine. This is the one that's going to go out with a bang. I I mean, I think they're definitely going to give us this. I just think they got to wait for that prototype to be just right, because they know at this time right now they can't do questionable shit. They can't do questionable head sculpts or anything, especially with Rosario and the damn. I mean, the flagship, the name, the title character of the show. They can't mess that up. And the last Ahsoka we got was good. It was good for Mando. It's a great figure. I mean, everything with it is amazing. The costume, the tailoring, it is spot on. The only thing, the more I look at that head sculpt, it just isn't Rosario. It isn't. I wanted it to be a lot when I first got it, but after really living with it for about, I believe about 5, 6 months now, I just come to grips with it, like, yeah, that's not Rosario. The likeness just isn't there. It's a good Ahsoka figure, but it's not Rosario as Ahsoka. What they're going to give us Ahsoka the White is going to be Rosario as Ahsoka, because they've set the bar. They set the bar with Sabine. They set the bar completely with Hera. Hera, thank you. With Hera. So definitely,
let me ask you, Jay. Yeah, we're gonna get it. Could this one be better than the Hera? Like we're all talking about here, about how good Hera is. Although, Lane, I know you said that Sabine is better, but Hera is very good. But I think we can all say she's very good. Can this one be better than Hera?
And there's a chance. There's a chance of it, definitely. But when it comes to that, it's kind of sometimes. Let's be honest. Sometimes with certain characters and actors' likenesses, they just nail it. Like Yondu.
Well,
once again, an older sculpt, Yondu, but they just nailed it. They nailed that one.
So let me ask you this then, because the Yondu is a good point, because there's been a lot of figures after that haven't been as good as Yondu, who I also like to call Russ Wheeler. Not Russ Wheeler, Rowdy Burns. I almost messed up there. It's Carl Ellis. Anyway, Michael Rooker. Is the bar set so high now with these figures that are coming out? So can we afford this? Is it okay for a Yondu to come out once in a while, or does everything now need to be on par, like the Elizabeth Olsen figure, that Hayden Christensen figure, the stuff that Inart's putting out with, the Hera figure? Are we going to accept stuff that's just okay? So is it okay for this to come out and not be as good as the Hera, quite frankly, in this day and age?
They have to nail it. They have to knock it out, especially in where they're at right now. Competition. I mean, it's not just everybody brings up Inart, and of course, Inart is killing it. Inart and Hot Toys. This is where it's at right now. But third party is also going ham. They're going crazy with shit. Yes, so it's constant. It's competition across the board, and they're king, and they gotta stay. And they gotta stay on that. They gotta stay on top. They gotta do everything they can to stay on top. And I'm sorry, as good as Hera is, messing up on an Ahsoka Tano, a figure of Rosario Dawson, it's not acceptable at all. It's gotta be. Thank you. It's a complete crime. This has to be good, and that's why we haven't seen it yet.
See, now I think you guys are right. Lael's echoing you there. And second brother, let me ask you on comments on that. And Boba Fettuccini says Ahsoka is going to have to be just as good, if not better, than Hera. Do you agree with that? Are we at that point where they just have to nail this now, because they're setting a bar? So expectations are, people are wanting it of this quality, I think, anyway.
Yeah. Of course, they're setting the bar. They're setting the standard. They came out with pretty much every female figure that they brought out this year has been bangers. Totally out of the park. I can't wait to get the Reva in hand. I can't wait to get the Reva in hand to see that. You have Shuri that's coming out. You have multiple female characters that's coming out. Especially this one is going to be the most anticipated. And I'm pretty sure they set the standard. The heat is coming around the corner from the competition, like Lil Bro said. about the third parties. You got NR, you got people out there knocking it out the box. And not saying Hot Toys is on the run, but they're feeling that heat to show that they have a solid customer base and they need to keep it going.
Yep.
But this right here, I think they're gonna knock it out. I think they're gonna knock it out the park. They really gonna knock it out the park. And all of us gonna be here pretty much gonna be speechless. Because me looking at her right now in the white, in that pose, is just like I can't hit the pre-order button quick enough.
I'm gonna have this one, and I totally agree. And Lane, as I'm going to you, Laura says, "Man, I didn't really want a second Ahsoka, but if she looks as good as that Hera and Sabine, damn, I might have to get her." Lane, a lot of comments like that in this. If they put out this Ahsoka and it's actually superior to the DX one, which I think all indications point to, they better have it to be superior.
Well, they got to at least fix the arms, man.
That arm, you know, I got one like that. It was a disaster. I tell you the story with that freaking thing. I didn't open up for like 4 months. It's just been a crazy time for a year. It was literally sitting there, and I opened it up, and sure enough, that arm problem. I just touched the damn thing, snap. But I will give credit to Sideshow. Look, I called, I explained the situation. They actually gave me they sent me a replacement body. I was so impressed. That's customer service. Shout out
Sideshow
to them.
For the things that Sideshow occasionally does that sometimes as a consumer make you go, ugh. They do also, though, I think counterbalance.
Well, it was 4 months after.
Yeah, usually pretty well they can counterbalance stuff. They're understanding sometimes.
But anyway, and make sure everybody you click the like button in here. Yeah. Click it right now. But Lane, what do you think about this? A lot of people.
I really, this will probably be because I didn't get the other Mando one because I had the Clone Wars. That's my Ahsoka, kind of my favorite Ahsoka. Ashley Eckstein, that one. But if they do the gray / white outfit here, I am going to get this figure because even if that's the last one they do and that's a capper for the line, I have to get it. I want a really good Rosario Ahsoka. And I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. There could be, some amazing, crazy outfit that he's going to wear at some point in the future that is like the bestest, coolest thing we can ever. But instead of the main character or co-main character, I think her and Sabine were the main characters first season at least. That the head sculpt I am like Brother Cousins. I want to see it improved. I don't think
do you think it has to be improved, Lane? I mean,
definitely. But it looked to me more like Rosario than Brother Cousins. I think it sounded like I thought it looked closer, but I don't own it. I haven't owned that one, so I can't say from like in my face, my two beady little eyes looked at it for a long period of time. But this one needs to be better. It needs to be improved because the Hera, the Sabine, and heck, even the quality for how good Chopper came looking out for the figures from this line have all been excellent. So this is not the time for Hot Toys to go, let's just stick the old head from the other one, do a little bit, maybe change up to the body, and then, charge $290 for it and roll, and just leave it at that. Like, that sends a bad precedent. Like, okay, like if they did something like that, or we able to see stuff, that would tell me they're getting out of this line, they're ending it here because they're just trying to get out of it as quick as possible and move on to something else. Which, if they put the time and effort into improving it, then I'd be much more like as Lael thinks, where he thinks they're going to go more deep into it. Then I would give much more. We're going to maybe see a Balin, we'll see a Shin maybe, or we'll at least see a Thrawn and somebody else, with it. But if it looks,
I hope we get a Thrawn.
Yeah, they got to do him. Like, even if they do 5 figures of the stupid line, one of them's got to be Thrawn. They got to get one of him out. But that's kind of my thing. I don't want to see him half-ass the Ahsoka. Even if they take a little bit longer to get it out, do it, because like they just put that movie flash out, like we were talking about a couple weeks ago. Like, whoa, where did this come from? Kind of thing, Take a little bit of time, put it out.
Well,
we don't know next when we're gonna have new Star Wars stuff coming. I mean, I guess Skeleton Crew, but who knows? That could be like Andor. We don't see anything.
Well,
so they can drag it out a little bit before they put some of these figures out, and people still buy them.
Ed Payton says here, before we go to you here, Brent, Mighty Thor and Valkyrie should be coming soon. Yeah, I can't wait for both of those.
The Batman.
I can't wait for both of those characters.
The Batman.
We need another Iron Man. I think one's coming tonight. Be on the lookout. Might get another Christian Bale Batman and Iron Man tonight. Brent. Brent, going to you. Getting an Ahsoka that can look this stunning, and that can look, and then being able to come out with an Ahsoka like this from the series that could look as stunning. How important is that to you? Would you be getting this figure? And what other figures? Let's talk about, because kind of the theme of the show is, what is it that we want? I know you love this show, baby, even though you got rid of Disney Plus, or you're getting rid of Disney Plus, but you're still going to be able to see this stuff. What figures do you want from this show? A show that you really, really liked as a Star Wars fan. Go.
Oh, well, this one here for sure. I mean, I think this one is just going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be fantastic. And are they going to make an Anakin from the dream scene? I don't know. Do we open up that can? Or is the artisan version good enough for that? If you want to open that up and put that with her.
So you want an Anakin, you said?
I think that's
where the fun begins.
I think Hu Yang would be a good character to have. I thought he was fantastic in this show. I just think he brought some C-3PO vibe, but he did it in his own lane. It didn't feel like it was trying too hard to be another C-3PO. I think he was just being himself. He was very K2SO-ish, very C-3PO-ish, but he was himself. I think we're going to get an Ezra Bridger. I think we have to get one, and obviously Thrawn, I think, is certainly coming. Without a doubt. Beyond that, it's probably a crapshoot. Do we get a Shin? Did she have a big enough role in that show? Maybe she did, although they have made characters in the past that have had less roles. But I think that's about the list right there that I can think of. We'll probably get one of those disheveled stormtroopers that are all beat up and smashed apart.
Well, I'm going to go back to you there, Lael. Brent, because I know Lael's got to prep for comic book talk. So I'm going to go back to you on this next segment. But Lael, your final thoughts. It's always good to have you here, baby.
No, man, it's and thank you for having me, bro. I think with this line, again, it's just like a wait and see type of situation, because I can say what I want, but it's always, you never know what Hot Toys is going to pick. Or if they're going to go in on the line. I know that they watch close, measured on popularity. I thought that Shin and Balin should have actually been released already. Don't forget, they still got more out, which is a character that they could release as well. Who knows? They could still give us young Ahsoka. They can give us another Anakin. Like, there's so many different things that they can actually do. That's more so like a wait and see type of situation. So that's kind of where I am. But at the same time, it's such a good time to wait and see what they do. And I'm excited for it, man. I'm all in for it. Yeah, definitely, bro.
Well, it's good to have you in here, brother.
Thank you, man.
Every 6 scale Raw, the 1/6 scale man is in here for sure. Make sure you guys subscribe to the 1/6 scale man. Yes. Type it in there. 1/6 scale man. Go and do that. Show him the love, or you could go into the video description. Always in there. Click on it. Subscribe to the man. Lael, always good having you in here, brother.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me. Thanks. Good to be amongst brothers, and so glad to see y'all. Yeah, man. I'll talk to you later on, man. Time to get on over here and talk comics now. So I will talk to y'all later on.
Let's do it.
Brother.
Lael, the 1/6 scale man in the cantina.
Hell yeah.
Brent, going back to you again. Make sure you guys sub to the 1/6 scale man, always in there. But before I do, remember we're going to be doing a giveaway here. I'm going to be doing a giveaway every single week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's what you got to be in order to be eligible. B, make sure you're here for when we do the raffle here. It will be done sometime now, maybe in a minute, but certainly before 10:15. So make sure you do that, and make sure you go to the link from last week's market show, not yesterday's, last week's. Make sure you comment on it. That's what I'm going to use as the raffle. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're here. If you're not here, you're not going to win. Don't forget to comment on yesterday's market show as well, because I'll be using that next week. What am I giving away here? I'll tell you. I'll tell you in a minute. But Brent, just going back to you, what is it that you want from Hot Toys for Star Wars? And particularly, I asked you about what you want, and from the Ahsoka series. But listen, it's already October 23rd, which means we're only a couple of months away, really, from the end of the year. What do you want from the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi? And do you want Ahsoka more, figures from that series more, or would you rather have stuff from the original trilogy at this point this year? What is it that you want?
Well, what I want from the original trilogy are figures that have never been produced before. And I know that might be a lot to ask, but how many Luke Skywalkers does one need? How many Smuggler Hans does one need? How many Chewbacca's does one need? I still, it's a head scratcher for me how, and I've said this before on the show in the past, why Hot Toys has yet to venture down the path of really doing anything with Jabba's palace. I mean, the C-3PO with the Salacious Crumb back in April when that came out with the helmetless Darth Vader, that's the closest thing Hot Toys has done to anything from Jabba's palace. It's entirely been a 1/6 Sideshow license, it feels like. I mean, Sideshow has done everything when it comes to Jabba. We can sit here and rip off every figure that they've made. They've done 2 Jabba scenes, for crying out loud. Where is Hot Toys in that arena? I mean, if I had a choice right now, I think you guys know what figure I want. It's Prisoner Leia, and we've been down this path before. I want that figure. I want a legitimate one and not a knockoff, Phison body one that I've got. It's perfectly fine, but it's not. I go in there and I know that it's not Hot Toys. I know that it's not the real thing. Okay. And I know you guys, brother cousins, you're nodding because you get it. I mean, I want my room to be full of Hot Toys figures, and that one figure isn't legit. But it's all I can get to make that scene look right. And that's the figure I want. So, yes, I want more 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi figures. Okay. And here we are, doggone near the end of October. Christmas is coming up. Are we going to see any more? I don't have a clue. I mean, is that all we're going to get is a C-3PO with Salacious Crumb hanging off his eye?
It's a damn good question.
And the helmetless Vader, which I absolutely am so great.
I can't wait for that, baby. I cannot wait.
I mean, that figure is everything. I never understood why Kenner never made that figure back in the day in 3 3/4 inch. That's one of those big misses back in 1984, 83, 84. They never made that figure. How do you not make that figure? But where's the rest of them?
I want to talk about this. Where's the rest of them? Are we going to get them by the end of the year? Some of the stuff that you're saying, but you bring up a very interesting point that I'm going to pass to brother cousins. And make sure you guys are in here. Did you smash that like button yet? Do the Dark Jedi a favor. Smash that like button right now. Let's get it to 100 likes. We're going to be getting to the giveaway here very, very, very shortly. Again, make sure that you stay tuned in. Make sure you sub to the link that's in there. Some of you guys in the chat, if you want to go ahead, copy and paste that link in there, go ahead and do that. It's last week's market show. It's in the video description. Make sure you go ahead and do that. Make sure you stay tuned. But Jay, before we get into all this, Brent brought up an interesting point. He wants new stuff. He wants fresh stuff. He wants stuff we haven't seen before. But I'm going to play devil's advocate because everybody went freaking crazy over the in-art Joker, which we got a couple of times over the same darn figure. We're going crazy over the Scarlet Witch, a figure we've gotten many times over. So what is it that we really want? I'm glad that he kind of threw that in there because how many more Lukes do we want? Let me ask you a question, Jay. How many more Scarlet Witches do we want? How many more Jokers do we want? How many more Batmans and Iron Mans do we want? It's interesting, isn't it? And what I'm trying to point out over here, it's an interesting dichotomy, isn't it? Go, baby. You're muted.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I was just going. No, but it really is interesting because, how I feel is the well is going to run. I think right now, the well has ran dry on those figures, and I'm saying Scarlet Witch and Joker and Heath Ledger Joker, and I'm saying that because at the time, especially when the InArt 2-pack came out, there's a couple things going on there. InArt was a new company, a spinoff of Queen Studios. Queen Studios were known for their amazing busts, their amazing statues that were completely lifelike. So you're getting some 1/6 scale figures that are completely lifelike. So the allure was there for that. And then that was at that time. That was a Joker that we haven't seen. We didn't see that since the coveted DX11. And then that came out and that showed us, oh my God, how DX11 was outdated. So at that time, yeah, everybody clamored and everybody wanted that for that figure. Then everybody wanted to see what Hot Toys was going to do. Ooh, how's Hot Toys going to react to this? Hot Toys came out with the whole artisan line and boom, and here you go. Bob's your uncle. You got a Hot Toys Joker. You got it from two companies, two great versions of that character. That character in that attire, I think that's a wrap for now. I do. I know I see single songwriter bringing in Charlie Unicorn, bringing in the Nurse Joker. That's something I know some people would want, but I do think that's a figure that I may be wrong, but maybe only I wouldn't say a few, but I don't think it would be as coveted as him as that in that purple coat. I think that's the quintessential Joker. Scarlet Witch, bring up Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch, a lot of people, Lael included, a lot of people missed out on the Scarlet Witch from Infinity War. And then, I'm sorry, not from Infinity War, but
the artisan one.
From Civil War. That her in that coat in the red duster. A lot of people wanted that look. The price was too high. It was out of a lot of people's reach financially. So they had to come up with another one. They gave us this one from the Endgame line, which her hair was different. It's an artisan's. It's exclusive, quote unquote exclusive. So you have that allure there. So yeah, will people go crazy for another Scarlet Witch? I don't know. Luke is Luke. Luke is a good, but we got a lot of Lukes, as Brett just said. We got a lot of Lukes. So,
well, I mean,
yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. It's interesting because Brent, you bring up a good point and just playing the devil's advocate to it. Now that I see how good Hera looks, and I see how good the InArt stuff looks, and I see how good that Scarlet Witch looks from Hot Toys, and I see how good that freaking Anakin looks going to Star Wars, I want another damn Luke, baby, from Return of the Jedi, because those are actually really, really good. I mean, we could dissect them. His mouth is too big. The Return of the Jedi, Endor one, this kind of stuff. But the stuff that they're putting out now, as a huge Star Wars fan, I want another Luke. shoot, I didn't think they could do better at all with Leia. But when I'm looking at Elizabeth Olsen in that, and I'm looking at the Wonder Woman that they just put out, that some of us have here as well, the Wonder Woman 100 with the rooted hair, I'm like, damn, give me that. And I'm kind of in this thing, Brent, where I don't know, do I want Bosk or do I want another Leia, like the prisoner Leia, and with that hair? It's hard, isn't it? Even Luke. If I could get Luke that's going to look as good as that Anakin, Brent,
Yeah.
I want that damn figure right now. I want it now.
I agree. I mean, yeah, the way that, like you said, I mean, the way these figures look now, I mean, all of those figures need a reboot. They need an enema. They need.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a table two for that. I mean, yeah, here, I'll just have to play this. I mean, I have to play this now.
Shoot her or something.
Brent, just a question. As Ares was, since I don't believe we have it, but when Ares was like saying, like my Wonder Woman, with that hair, was I wrong to be seen if, like, just in your mind's eye, you were hearing like the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase evil laugh, like, that would play during his intro music, except instead of like hearing money, 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 you would hear hot toys, hot toys, hot toys, hot toys,
yes,
hot toys, like. And then he's just like.
Well, listen, while we're talking about this, I'm going to be drawing this in just a little bit. This is the one this week. This is from my collection with help from the Hot Toys wizard disguised as Lane, Mick Kramer, the Midnight Collector, right here. If you guys want this, you want this. Don't you? Anyway, go ahead and make sure you stay tuned in. Make sure that you go comment if you haven't already. Don't keep commenting on it because it's not going to count on the video from last week's market show. Make sure you do that and make sure you stay tuned in. But this is the one for this week, so at least I let the cat out of the bag on what's going to be given away. This Stormtrooper squad leader, courtesy of the Hot Toys wizard, and Lane. You have to wonder, baby. Guys, I pull this up over here and try and get out of the screen. See, I'm doing too much. Is this what they call Lane Kramer?
The wizard.
See, when he starts doing that, I feel like I should be going, he's trying to give me away as the Hot Toys wizard. I mean, it's like, Ares, don't start blowing my cover, man. But
Lane, let me ask you a question and thank you for that. Do you want another of the same character that came out? Like, everyone seems to want that prisoner Leia, and let's just play devil's advocate. Let's just say that they are going to put it out, or an Artisan Luke, or a Han. Everybody's talking about Bespin Han. Laura just put that in there. Would you rather have a Bespin Han? Would you rather have a prisoner Leia? Would you rather have another Luke, or like that, or would you rather have Bosk, Admiral Piet? What would you rather have?
Honestly, if you're talking about it's an artisan figure, I'd probably rather have a Luke, Leia, or Han, because they're main characters. As cool as I think.
So even though we haven't gotten Bosk yet, or any of those, you'd rather have
their main character who I have an attachment to, because they're an actual character. As much as I like, say, Bosk, and there's been obviously expanded universe stuff or Clone Wars, like, made him a character finally. If I had just seen the movie, he's just a scary looking space lizard guy. I saw growl for like 2 seconds. Where Han Solo, we haven't had a lot of Han Solos though. It's been
you dissing Bosk?
Years. I am dissing Bosk. Would I love if they would actually go and just do all the bounty hunters? Just do Dengar, do Bosk, do some silly double deluxe version of Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett. Do those guys would be great. I mean, just give us give us a Imperial officer. Like, there's that, the one Death Star officer guy in the little setup. if you guys aren't willing to do the stupid setup, just give us him.
How about
Just
Admiral Piet?
him and do
How about
him.
Admiral Akbar or Piet Lane?
They would be cool, dude. There's so many secondary characters that I would like to see, but
you'd rather have another Leia. You'd rather have another Luke.
If it's a deluxe figure, I don't also own any of them, so I don't. And those figures, like if it's a New Hope Leia, like even the classic outfit, that came out years ago. And if you give us a regular figure, I would be more bounty hunter or something. But if it's like an artisan figure, I'd rather have one of the characters I know, because I'm gonna have like Anakin. There might have been some other Revenge of the Sith characters who might have said, "Hey, we haven't gotten from Revenge of the Sith."
So listen, hold that thought, because you're going to put me on a roll. I got to now switch it. Hold that thought of what you would rather have there, and now I'm going to go to you, second brother. Again, make sure you guys are smashing that like button right now. Let's get over 100 likes. Make it happen in the chat. Your Dark Jedi appreciates it. So now, second brother, let me bring this to you. It's a hard one. We just had Leia in here, and Leia was talking about last Raw, and also on Brother Cousin show. He would, and so would I, be like waiting overnight for a Jyn Erso artisan version. It would be sick. Where all the guys you know what I'm talking about? Like we all went crazy over the Scarlet Witch. But would you rather have that Jyn Erso artisan, or would you rather have something new from a character like Baze Malbus? And I think it's just interesting, because I agree with Lane, but I also agree with where Brent's going. It's hard. What do you think, brother?
Well, I can tell you right off the break, where like you got Blaze here, and I'm like, okay, that's good. But if I had to make a choice between an artist and Jyn Erso, it'd be a Black Chrysanthemum all the way. I mean, something that's completely out of the box.
From the Book of Boba.
Right. One, it would turn around and challenge Hot Toys, like, okay, you already got two versions of Chewbacca. Now let's see if you can one up those figures, to perfect this one. I think that one will set a good challenge for them. And it's something that's completely out of the box. I think Hot Toys need to mix some of the main characters with some that we weren't even thinking of, but do those in small batches. Like, one thing I could give Sideshow to their credit, they would jump out there to take the risk of make figures that some companies won't touch. Like, I have the whole Bounty Hunter line from Sideshow, and I'm completely satisfied with it. And if you go in the secondary market, they're going for a premium. There wasn't that many of them produced. So, I mean, like you said, it's a tough one. But I know for me personally, that Black Chrysanthemum, if you want to shock me, do that. I think that pretty much would set a lot of benchmarks for them as a company that would set them aside. Like, especially if they in a competition like a company like NR.
I think so as well. And you're seeing some people talk about here, Jay, about like this figure, even as an artisan. And is he popular enough? I don't know. I think if you put it out, I mean, it's a Star Wars. I feel like Star Wars characters, Jay, I feel like they are important enough. It's kind of like Avengers, superheroes are kind of all, like even like this guy. And I know we talked about it recently, but darn, I mean, you're not even talking about a secondary character. This is a main character. I want to get more figures like this, but we actually got a couple of main ones like this that we haven't even gotten, and we're on like a 10 Lukes already.
Yeah.
Can I get a Poe?
Unfortunately, Poe is just at this point Mr. Somehow Palpatine returned. At this point, that's what his character's been reduced to in the modern thought processing. Somehow Palpatine returned. Dameron. That's what a friend of mine called him. Like, that's the only thing I remember about the character. I was like, well, that's just because you're trying to erase that entire trilogy from your brain. Like, you're trying to pretend they never existed. But
so is Disney in very, very creative ways, to be completely honest with you.
unfortunately, they keep sticking to remember, according to the, Kathleen Kennedy protocols, there's still, got to be subtle hints in the storytelling. So somehow, wink, wink, somebody, wink, wink, returns. And don't forget, Rey Palpatine is going to be out there to save us all with the new Jedi Order.
Lane, you're so bad. You're so bad, Lane.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're the one who always says certain movie that shall not be named, aka is my Voldemort, that causes me to have like an emotional breakdown.
Really, Lane? You're talking about the greatest
Don't do it.
film.
Don't do it.
Of all freaking time. Don't do what? I was gonna play this, baby. I was only gonna fill up table 3.
You are a bold one.
Well, I mean, we just talked about Hera, who is Mrs. Hello there, and everything.
That was General Grievous. We're gonna.
No, Aries. I know your deviousness. I know it. You're waiting.
No, I'm saying a Grievous could be coming.
The dark side, man. You're gonna.
Damn it! Here it is, baby. You're making me play it.
See, Ares is all there, like standing as the door opens, Darth Maul style, in his dark cloak, throwing it off, pulling out his double lightsaber, and just being like, "Oh, I'm about to wreck you up," like just doing it there, man.
Hey, let me ask this question as I get ready to draw this stormtrooper commander. Jay, how shocked would you be if you woke up in the morning and Hot Toys released a Supreme Leader Snoke? Like, I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. Like, how shocked would you be?
I wouldn't care.
Would you go on?
I would not. I'd be like, that really? I'd be like, seriously? That would be the morning where, and Lane knows, I will see. Lane, because Lane would hit me up and I'd be like, he was like, yeah, so second brother. You say, so brother, cousin, are you getting up for that one? I'd be like, no. I'll roll over and go right back to bed. Seriously. I mean, it would be shocking. It would be shocking. I'm like, damn, they bringing back that line. Of all the characters, that one's really? Yeah, I would be shocked.
Brother Cousins is getting up for Yak Face Man or nothing else.
There you go. Second brother, help me out. Kimato, what's his name? Thank you. I couldn't say it. I could not say it. I would go all out for that. Anything else? I mean, anything. Some Gamorrean guards. Something. I do want something new. My whole thing is, I'm a little pissed off. I'll be honest with you. I mean, when we saw it last year, we were going to be getting Return of the Jedi figures. We thought they were going to go all out like they did with Attack of the Clones. And we got 2 figures. That's just horrible. Isn't
there something wrong with that?
Some Gamorrean guards, Bosch Bush Leia, come on. A power pose Jabba. Why not?
Brent, what do you think? And are we going to get a Jabba?
I think at some point, I gotta believe that they've got to. I just again, I don't know what the holdup is. I mean, other than the fact that maybe they looked at the most recent Sideshow 2.0 one and said, "Damn," I mean that piece is solid. Okay, I mean that Sideshow knocked it out of the park with that. I mean that's Hera level likeness kind of stuff, in my opinion. That 2.0 Sideshow Jabba the Hutt with the throne. I mean, it came with a lot of accessories and it was nice, but I do think Hot Toys could provide us with a lot of figures from that scene. And why we haven't seen 3 or 5 of those this year for 40th anniversary is still a head scratcher for me. But I have to believe that at some point, I mean, that's such a significant scene, not just in Return of the Jedi, but it's the freaking first third of Return of the Jedi, but it's a significant scene and a part of the entire original trilogy. How do you just pretend like it didn't happen? You know, I mean, bring some stuff out, man. Show us some Jabba stuff. Let's go.
All right, so listen, who's ready? It took me a little bit. I really appreciate you guys talking. Smash that like button right now. We're going to go ahead and do the Mick giveaway here at 6 Scale Cantina. And don't fret. If you don't win, you get another chance next week on Raw, baby. And if you don't win, then next week on Raw, you get another chance on the week after that on 6 Scale Raw, baby. And then if you miss out on that, you get another chance at 6 Scale Raw. I mean, basically, gosh, if I could find this clip, you're just going to be, continually getting chances. You're going to be like, hey, I missed out. Can I go back then? You don't have to, because you'll be there now. If you're tuned in,
happens now. It's
every
happening
damn
now.
week, baby.
What
Here we
happened
go.
then? We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
You're muted.
You muted.
Muted.
Still muted. All right, you guys ready? Who's ready to do this?
All right, we hear you now.
Let's do
We're
it.
going to do the get. Listen, you got to be present. Remember, you're paying the shipping, baby. That's the deal on this. All right, I'll send these out. I'll box it. I'll send it to the post office. You got to go ahead and pay me the shipping. So if you win, just get in contact with me on Instagram. Get in contact with me here on YouTube. Get in contact with me on Facebook. We'll go ahead and send it to you. You get the shipping. This actually comes in the shipping box, as all of these do. You can thank the Hot Toys wizard, Mr. Lane over here, who sent it in this wonderful box for sure. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll draw the winner, and then I'll draw an alternate just in case, I don't know, just to do it. Let me make sure I do that. I haven't done this in so long, Jay. It's like pressure.
I know.
Aren't you glad you're just sitting there and I don't have to do it? You know what I mean? You're like, oh,
Right.
wait a minute. I can't do it until you smash the like button. Did you smash it? Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. Smash the like button right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. Let's see who's ready here. I think I got the correct link. I'm making sure that I do. Jay, can you see my screen?
Yep, I sure can. Okay,
All right.
got those set up. Make sure you got your comments set up. Did you do
Yeah.
solve the little equations that they have at the bottom?
Yeah, I think I could just go here and just hit start.
Yep.
Let's see. You guys ready? Can you see the screen, Jay?
Yep.
All right, let me go. Guys, ready? Here we go. Boom. Well, that didn't work. Let me try it again. Do I gotta solve something, Jay?
Yeah, you got to solve the little equation at the bottom.
Where's
Go
the
back
equation?
down. You'll see it. Go.
Right
Right there. It
there.
says solve sum.
Oh, I gotta do that. What's 2 + 5? Just kidding.
4.
Here we go.
Got to make sure
It's
he's
still
a
not
bot.
doing it.
Did you put
We
in
had, like
the
the turn.
What's that?
Go all the way up. Let me see. Random. All right. Number settings. Oh, hold on. So they did filter into comments, right?
Yep. I always
Okay.
do that.
So make sure you put add comments. Random numbers. 6. Okay. I should be doing it now.
Should be starting now.
Oh, get your YouTube comments. Click that.
Should I do that?
Yep.
I probably picked the wrong one. Let me see here. Let me try it again. All right, let me try and see if I can figure this out. So give me a second and I'll do it. And maybe put the wrong link in there. So bear with me as I do that. I'm going to go to this big screen and I'll get this solved in a minute because I just did it earlier today. And Jay's going to talk about something with the paddle here. Go, Jay.
This is called filler time. This is called filler.
I love it. I love filler time. But yeah, so what do you guys think we're gonna get? You guys think we're gonna it's been kind of quiet, over the last couple of weeks for like Hot Toys and everything. Y'all guys got any idea? You think they're gonna drop something
feels
tomorrow?
like the calm before the storm is gonna run over us like in November with like freight train. I feel like that.
Exactly.
Here's a question for you. How many rewards points do you guys have saved up? And what are you going to burn them on? Right?
Already burned them.
You already burned them all?
I burned up like 300 over the last.
I burned all mine on Wanda. Wanda ended up costing me like $250 because I put all my points in, all my money on it.
Well, I spread mine over because like I used the huge stack, on the Bat Cycle, the Flash one. So I got that for like $210.
Nice.
I burned another 120 on what do you call it? The Mark 6, like the figure by itself. And so I'm getting him for like 230.
Okay.
And then I just used some more recently on what was the figure I just used that on? Another pre-order. Oh, I used some like of what I had left over. I used like 30 on.
That's damn good.
To get him like $200.
So another question: what do you guys got coming in? Like next week?
What are we talking about? Mark 3 someday.
Nice.
Man, I've got the Batman 100 on the way. That's finally been released from Customs. Did you get it?
I got it. It's coming up.
The Bears.
Hold on, my computer's running slow, but we're gonna try and do this here.
The Bears. Let
me know when it shows up on the screen. We got it.
It's up.
There we go.
It's up.
All right, who's ready?
Let's do it.
Take 5.
A 1, 2, 3. Remember, you pay shipping, baby. And let's see if this works. It's still not working.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on. I know I got the right one in here. Okay, that's good. That's right. Try this again. God, I did this earlier, Jay.
I don't know why it's not working. That's weird.
I was getting the comments now. Okay.
There you go. You got your comments.
There's something different in that.
All right, let's go. Ready? It's working.
There we go.
Who's going to win?
Up.
Big dog pound. Nope.
Tighter Phil is the winner. Is Tighter FL in the chat? Because if he's not,
we got to move on.
We got to move on. Is Tighter here?
Let's give him a couple. Let's give him a minute. Let's give him a minute.
Let's give him. Let's cheer him on. Tighter. Anyway,
they're calling his name. Charlie the Unicorn is calling his name.
Tighter.
How long should we give him, Jay? 30 seconds?
Let's give him 30 more seconds.
Maybe Tighter got tired.
Dun, 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 dun. How does that go again? Like whatever that. Smash the like button. I don't think Tighter is here. We're going to have another one, baby.
Oh.
Let's give him.
Tighter has left the building. Count down from 10, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll it again.
SOL. Who's ready? Here we go. It says, do it again. How do I do it again? It usually has the thing. Like,
do you have to refresh it and do everything from scratch?
No,
again?
I shouldn't have to again. It should say, okay, hopefully there are. Let's see here.
It usually just pops up.
No, that didn't just pop up. Now I gotta go backwards here. Hold on.
Refresh it.
Eric broke stuff again.
Should I refresh it?
I guess.
Yeah, refresh it.
All right, let me refresh it. We'll do it again. Here we go. We're gonna rerun it, guys. Here comes the refresh. This is so much fun.
It's like
stressful,
live TV,
but fun.
baby.
It's like... All right, here we go again.
All right, make sure you got all your comments and everything.
Hitting
what
paste.
boxes does he have to check?
Can you guys see the screen?
See on the screen.
Yeah.
Filter to duplicate losers. Okay.
Make sure your comments are there. Are the comments there?
Let's make it 6 seconds like the other one. Do I need to solve the sum? Yes.
Yep.
I hope you
And
do
get
that
the
one.
comments.
Get your comments again. Yep.
There you go.
All right, who's ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go again. Let's roll it.
Somebody we know. Come on. up. Start that movie.
Moises. Do we know him?
Moises.
Do we know Moises?
Moises, you got 30 seconds, baby. Do we know Moises?
I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock.
Dun, 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 dun. Any Moises in the building? Moises, are you in the building? While we're waiting for Moises, make sure you
say, how about them Cowboys?
This like button. Smash the like button. We're down to 15 seconds for Moises. Are you going to make it here? You got to be in. TikTok. I don't know, guys. I think Moises is not going to make it.
10 more seconds. 8 more seconds.
Go Moises.
Roll it again.
Gary, people making it difficult for you to give away stuff.
I love
it. Who played that? That was perfect.
That was perfect. Oh my God.
All right. SOL. Let's do it again. Third time's the charm. Maybe Rain will win. Your figure back. And
it's hard giving away.
And the winner is Lane Kramer.
I already got a stuff. I'm good.
What's 3 + 9? Just kidding. All right. Get my comments. Wow. I feel like this used to be easier, Jay. All right. Make some noise if you are ready. Here we go. Somebody who's in the chat, please win. Mama Luigi. I think we all know Mama Luigi.
We all know
Mama Luigi on today.
You gotta be in here.
You gotta be in here, Mama Luigi. We all know you. But is Mama Luigi in the McHouse?
I'm here. Yeah.
Mama I'm here, baby. She's here.
All right.
Yeah, let's give her a hand. Yes.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Wow, Mama Luigi.
Yes.
You get this you get this awesome figure right here. Gosh. Let me try and blow myself up here. Thanks to the Hot Toys Wizard disguised as Lane Kramer, you get this awesome Stormtrooper squad leader here. Go ahead and reach out to me, Mama Luigi. I will pack it up for you in the shipping box. I'll send it out to you. You just got to take care of the shipping. Good job. And for the rest of you there, that's why you got to be here to win. We got a lot of stuff going on. You've seen a lot of the giveaways that are coming, including I think maybe next week, maybe we'll do this one. Maybe we'll do this one next week. Maybe we'll do something else, but we'll do one of them, baby. But congratulations to Mama Luigi and to everybody here tonight. This was incredibly awesome. Giving time of year and bringing the panel back on it again. Congrats to Mama Luigi. I really, really appreciate it. There you go. That's the winner, guys.
Very awesome.
Jay, Brent.
Goes out on Monday night. That's good stuff.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys.
Yep.
A lot of fun. And 103 in here. Can we get to 100 likes, baby? Come on. Let's go. Give back to the Dark Jedi just with your like button. That's it. That's all we need. Again, thanks. Jay, since you're the only channel creator in here, what do you got going on this week, man? I normally don't do that, Tell them to subscribe to you, but go,
He
man.
wants a
Go,
busy
go.
week of new releases that he gets to get up at 7 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning to talk about.
Oh
That's what he really
man,
wants. That's how he's gifted him. He was.
it'll be nice. It'll be nice. It's been slow, but no, thank you, Aries. Thank you so much for having me here. It was fun tonight. Great show as always. Great show. What I got going on? I got it. I got a video that's going to be popping up later tonight. It's going to be called "The Top 10 Hot Toys I Hate Part 2." Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Gonna be amazing, fun.
You're
fun
gonna bring the
video
power
we
of
had.
positivity by telling everything you just like. Gotcha.
Exactly. So yeah, that's going to be going up. That's going to be going up tonight, a little before midnight, and that's going to be great. Also, the first episode of my Chucky fan film, Breakfast with Tiffany, should be coming out the end of this week. So Friday, we think we'll be dropping that. So that's gonna be a fun little project. That everybody I've been working on for a long time, but it's gonna be a fun little first episode. Real quick, fun first episode of that, putting that up there for Halloween. And if any news or anything drops, Lane knows I'll be on it first thing in the morning. So yeah, and we also
usually
of course we
I'm
got
poking him going, "Oh my God, of course, Brother Cousins is coming at you 411."
So you did mention, because I was going through trying to help. Yeah, hold on a second, Jay. Mama Luigi, you can reach out to me through the official Facebook page of 6 Scale Cantina. Send me a message on there. Aries Tarrington on there. You can also reach out to 6 Scale Cantina, Mama Luigi, through Instagram. I put up a lot of stuff on there. Go ahead and reach out to me there. You can also send me a message on this YouTube thing. You know, we can friend you on Instagram or on Facebook, and we will take care of you. We'll work out the details. And for anybody else who winds up winning, on me being able to send this to you, get your address, pack this up, and that type of thing. But good work again. But Jay, are you having best of the best, baby? That's the only thing I missed.
Best of the best. Yes, that will be on Thursday. And also, shout out to Ray from Hawk Wars. He held me down and hooked me up with a RoboCop. So definitely that should be getting that towards the end of the week. We'll be doing an unboxing for that as well. Shout out to Ray, Hawk Wars Toys. He made dreams come true. Made my dream come true. Thank you so much, Ray, for hooking me up with that, because I couldn't find it nowhere. My local comic shop didn't have it, but he had it. So definitely shout out to Ray.
I get a lot of stuff off Ray at Hawk Wars Toys, and I can definitely tell you, he double boxes his figures. He sends you a couple stickers. He sends you a comic book pertaining usually to the IP you bought from, and you get a problem with it, he'll take care of you. And that's hard to find across the board. So great seller there. Good shout out, Jay. Great having you in here. Make sure you subscribe to this man, my brother here. You'll see me this Thursday on the Best of the Best. I will be there. We'll be talking about the new General Grievous from Hot Toys and the new Bail Organa 2-pack.
I'll buy that for $1.
Can't wait.
Boy, will that be something to talk about.
Both dropping tonight.
Guys, this was awesome. We had a ton in here tonight with Monday Night Football. Remember, comment now if you didn't watch the market show I put out yesterday. Go ahead and go watch it and comment on it now, because that is what I'm going to use for the giveaway next week, just like we did today. So go check it out. Hit the like button on that one as well, and comment on that. Fresh just came out, and we'll use that for the video next week. And I'll keep doing these giveaways. So great to have everybody in here, for sure. Brent, always a pleasure. Lane, thank you again. You're awesome, brother. Keep the Steelers hat on. Second brother. Let's go. But listen, guys, I don't always, let's use the Spotchka by Spotchka app. But when I do, I buy it right here and spill it right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.